Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to do a video on one of my favorite champions, which is Spider-Gwen, talking about kind of the buffs that happened to this champion in patch 12.0, which seems like it was a while ago now, but we haven't really got around to testing Spider-Gwen since then, and nobody has really been on that hype train. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the changes that were made, and also where I think this champion kind of lies in terms of rankings and stuff. So although Spider-Gwen has received like a really good buff, I feel like there have been a lot of solid changes made to the character that we're going to go over. I feel like in comparison, in the science class in particular, Hulk is still a much better champion because they're very similar and comparable champions. And also kind of above Hulk, you still have Captain America, and I think also Quake is a little bit more valuable as well with her prestige as well. So I think in terms of the science class, she doesn't really rank as one of the top offensive champions that you want to rank up and use. And in terms of defenders, she's still really terrible for that. But she has had quite a bit of a buff. I'd say she's maybe just outside of the top characters. She went from being complete trash to reasonably good in some scenarios. Let's talk about what's made her so good. So, first off, she now always starts the fight in Hunter Spider mode. An excellent change. I don't believe this is in the patch notes, actually. And now, instead of switching the combat mode by using your special one, it's by dashing back and holding block. But you never need to do that, because Hunter Spider mode is the only mode you ever want to be in while using Spider-Gwen. And Hunter Spider mode itself has had quite a big buff, which is a little bit hard to understand, but I was trying to figure this out earlier. So, instead of that 4% armor break now, you have reducing armor rating by 500. So to give you an idea of how much that is for when he's awakened, so it's 140% armor break, that is about 3,000 minus 3,000 armor rating. So yeah, this is minus 500 per stack. Really good. It means it's roughly about 20-25% armor break per stack. It's very hard to tell. But for every stack of armor break, you roughly see about a 20% damage increase. Again, that's really significant. That's almost like times 5 what it previously was in terms of her armor break effectiveness. So in some scenarios, I don't know, I think Spider-Gwen's very comparable to Iron Fist at the moment. Her armor break maybe is actually a little bit stronger than Iron Fist's, because I was having a look at his numbers and rating this morning. Plus, Spider-Gwen, she can stun and deals double damage, guys. Double damage on some crits. So I don't know if Spider-Gwen is now a little bit better than Iron Fist. It's something that, you know, I'm still having a bit of a play around with. But it might be possible that she's a stronger armor break burst champion. Because I was very surprised by the amount of damage she dealt in Realm of Legends. And also against Maestro and in some of the Act 4 questing we were doing earlier on the channel. And in this video, we're going to do the Expert Proving Ground, so we're going to get to see a little bit of her damage in an average short bursty fight, but it's pretty good providing you get the right RNG. But she does really rely on critting and also proccing her signature ability to get those really high damage numbers. But she seems pretty decent, pretty quick, pretty bursty, and I like it. I really do like the changes. Those two changes alone have just made the character already so much better. It's pretty ridiculous. So aside from that, she doesn't really have much else going for her. Again, not really that great in terms of utility, but on a special attack too, she has an 80% chance to stun the opponent for 2.4 seconds. So if you watched the full Realm of Legends run with Spider-Gwen last night, you'll see that we were taking advantage of this. By using a medium, light, medium, and then going in for a full medium, triple light, medium combo, which allowed us to get off 8 hits in that duration of the stun. So, you know, if you play around the stun right, it's pretty damn good there. Special of 3 does pretty much the same thing, but, you know, you always want to use the special too when it comes to Spider-Gwen. So also, I guess one of the other changes you have there is also her special one now has increased evade duration and also gives you a little bit more crit rating, but I just don't ever see like a practical reason to use the special one when the special 2 is pretty good. It's probably going to stun the opponent and give you the opportunity to get off 8 hits there, and in most fights that's gonna end it. So I think, look, just those really two simple changes of always starting in Hunter Spider mode, so no longer being starting the fight in a Gimp stance, and that stance being significantly more powerful in terms of that her armor break, has made the character pretty good. But overall, I think Hulk is a better option. Stun is a lot more reliable, it's a little bit longer on Hulk, he deals more damage when you get to low health levels, and also Hulk is poison immune. So I think Hulk has a lot more potential than Spider-Gwen, also he has about 3,000 or 4,000 more health. So I think, like, comparatively, like, there's no reason ever to rank up Spider-Gwen over a Hulk, but maybe, like, in the distant future, if you want a 550 champion, she might be one to go for just for pure fun, like, and it might be, like, an okay option for certain stuff. But yeah, there's no reason to rank her above Hulk, is what I'm trying to get across here. Because I did see somebody, like, there was a comment on one of my videos, like, oh, Seatin, this is such an awesome Realm of Legends run, I just used my generic Awakening gem on Spider-Gwen. And you shouldn't do that, ladies and gentlemen. That's still a very, very bad idea. You shouldn't play Spider-Gwen unless you organically awaken her by pulling another dupe, because she really isn't still, like, that great, but she's a lot better than she was. Now, anyway, let's go on to some Spider-Gwen gameplay. Let's take her out in that expert proving ground to see some of the damage and show off a little bit of Spider-Gwen fun. I guess one of the very fun things about Spider-Gwen as well is she has some pretty cool animations, right? It's one of the things that I've never denied from the start is her animations very, very fluid, make the character very, very fun to play. So I actually really, really enjoyed the Realm of Legends run last night. Like, every boss took, on average, I think it was around, like, somewhere between about 450 to 600 hits, depending on whether or not we had the class disadvantage or not. We got Scarlet Witch down in 2 tries. I was so happy about that on the second try, so I only took 1 revive for Scarlet Witch. Cannot believe that. But one of the things you're going to see as well with Spider-Gwen, just the huge variance in her damage, because obviously you have the, you not only have the crits, but also her Awakened ability has a chance to do double crits, so sometimes you've seen 1,000 crits, sometimes you've seen 2,000, and sometimes you slap down an Assassin's crit for 3k like that. A lot of variance in the damage there. Very, very random number-based champion, but she's quite fun. She's quite fun. Alright, so we got Vision here. Very quick and easy matchup for pretty much any character. We got Superior Iron Man, who Spider-Gwen should, hopefully, she's still got the only a 16% chance to apply the armor break. I forgot if the enemies just leading up to the final boss have their level 3 active or not. Should probably check that out, actually. So we've got 3 stacks of armor break. As you can see, the damage really starts to ramp up. The most I saw... How did we let go of block there? Mistakes were made, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, she's going to carry us through, though. And also, I guess one of the huge things about the patch as well is the change to block proficiency meant that pretty much a lot of characters now take close to 0 damage, instead of some characters taking 0 damage and some characters taking a lot of damage, because, you know, opponents could crit on parry. Now, pretty much every character that doesn't have completely perfect just takes a little bit, and Spider-Gwen isn't really much of an exception to that. Only 21 damage on the parry. Before the patch, that probably would have been a few hundred at the least, I would assume. But yeah, very, very fun character to play. I like Spider-Gwen. I like Spider-Gwen a lot more than I did before the patch. There we go. So that was a pretty nice finish there. I did a Maestro killer. If you haven't already seen it on the channel, we did Spider-Gwen versus Arc Overload Maestro. But we had it was a good fight. Like, I played really, really well, but we used 3 level 2s and none of them landed the stun. Terrible, terrible RNG. I didn't have that many non-consecutive level 2s not proccing stun in a row, even when I was in Realm of Legends yesterday evening. But that was a really fun run. I enjoyed that. Scarlet Witch was my favorite fight because I feel like we played, like, after that first attempt, we played pretty damn well. Also, what is it? Spider-Gwen, as a bit of a pro tip, she does have, like, an ignore the first hit of a heavy attack when she's in trap spider mode, but you pretty much never want to go there. Maybe if you're fighting him more, though, I don't know, it might be an alright idea. But when he has his power gain, he never tends to attack you anyway, unless he has a bar or 2 special, and that isn't going to save you then if he does have that. Right, so we got 4 up next. 4 is a bit of a beefcake of a champion. Let's hope we don't get hit here. Yeah, most of the damage that I took is from Spider-Gwen just letting go of her block in that mid-level 2 on Vision. That's the reason we're down so much. Right, we should be able to finish this fight with the special 2 here. Special 2 as well. Just feel, especially with the armor breaks, it just hits so much harder after the patch. I think the highest one I saw on the stream yesterday in Realm of Legends, I think it was like 15, 16k combined. I saw quite a few 13k ones when we were in the assassin zone. But yeah, like, they're pretty good. I mean, before the patch, it was very common that you get about you know, like 2,000 damage off the level 2 at some points. But now, it's a little bit more juicy. Right, let's quickly evade that. I don't know, I would love to keep my Spider-Gwen at rank 5, but I just know that Hulk is just so much of a better champion. Plus, with his stun as well, and the special 1, you can just chain it on so much more effectively. With Spider-Gwen's stun, it's really nice having it on the level 2. Decent chance to proc, but like Hulk's is just so much more powerful for especially getting those crazy stun chains. Right, we ain't doing so bad so far. We're still above 8,000 health. Just got Star-Lord, and then I believe we're on the final boss. Really, I haven't seen who it is yet. Really hoping it's not Agent Venom. If it's Loki, that'll be pretty decent. If it's Gambit, that'll be manageable. Crossbones wouldn't be too bad either. Ultron would be good. Just not Agent Venom. Gonna be a massive pain in the ass. Although we did start Alliance Quest Map 6, and I just did wreck like a huge, pretty stacked, unblockable special 1 Agent Venom. So I'm pretty confident in my Agent Venom slaying abilities. That wasn't too bad there. We didn't get any lucky crits though. So when you have the armor break and you also get those double damage crits, that the damage really starts to come out. Okay, so we got Loki as the final boss. Pretty good matchup for Spider-Gwen. Just need to be careful of those special 1 attacks, as those could potentially be a little bit devastating if we get hit by them. But Loki, he's a little bit of a wet noodle. Plus we have the class advantage here, so it's pretty good for the most part. Just got to be careful. There we go. We're just trying to get into the special 2 and bait that, because it's a little bit easier to deal with for the most part. Right, please stun. Okay, that's awesome. Sorted. It's a very, very good kill there from Spider-Gwen at the end. 45,000 health. Dispatched in 30 hits. So pretty decent. Again, I really feel like this has been a really sufficient upgrade to Spider-Gwen. I think she just needs a little bit more utility now. The damage is there, like, just in comparison to Hulk, very, very similar characters in terms of, you know, the class and what they can do, but Hulk just has the poison immunity and stun on his level 1, and overall, maybe a little bit more damage when you're at lower health. And he's a little bit more reliable for his damage output, whereas Spider-Gwen, again, is just all over the place with her crits and stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed this Spider-Gwen video and got a bit of a look at a 550 Spider-Gwen. We're probably going to be taking her down back to rank 3 so we can bring up Hulk. But I hope you enjoyed this video and some of the gameplay. If you did, feel free to leave a like on the video. Apart from that, thank you for watching, take care, and have an absolutely fantastic day.